in life, like posturing plays a huge role on forces through the body and the importance of maintaining balance. And with a cyclist especially, that posture also holds true. It's very important on a bicycle to be able to hold yourself in a neutral posture, because that's where the joints are balanced, it's where the muscles are able to engage with the most efficiency, and it's where you're least likely to be injured if you can have that good skeletal posture in anything you do in life, especially for a sport like cycling, where you can be in that posture for an extended period of time. A lot of what I do with fitting people on bicycles, a lot of it's really tailoring that individual to the bike, and that's one analogy I like to use a lot is just like if you had a suit, that you bought, you would have a tailor do the adjustments so that that suit is perfect for you. Performance it definitely plays a role in regards to your performance and your ability to generate force through the pedals. The proper posture is going to allow for that. But more importantly, what I'm really concerned about is injury prevention as well. So, you see a lot of cyclists out there, and something just doesn't look quite right when they're riding their bike. And the classic is the cyclists that ride their bike, and on their bike they're having a big rounded posture with their spine. And to me, that's a classic, I'm not comfortable on my saddle. You wouldn't walk around like that in life. I mean, everyone would recognize that that's bad posture, but you see a lot of that on the bicycle. And so learning really how to hold your spine neutral and finding where that comfort is. And that may mean you need a different saddle, or you need to have those adjustments to the saddle, height before aft, the bar height, or bringing it up, bringing it down. A lot of that allows you to get into that neutral spine posture, and that needs to be consistent throughout your ride so that your joint angles maintain the right posture, because you're right in holding that and holding the proper joint alignment and the proper muscle balance. That's where we're going to be able to generate the most force through the pedal, which is going to result in better performance. One of the most common issues cyclists have is saddle height, and that's something that's really easy to adjust. There's a lot more we look at, when we're doing a fit, the bar width, the way the cleats on the shoe, the height of the bar, the saddle, and whatnot. But saddle height's a real easy one to do on your own, and a quick and dirty way to check that. If you're sitting on your bike, essentially, ideally on a trainer or maybe leaning up against something solid, your car or the garage door. If you're sitting on your bike, if you clip out with one foot and put your heel on the pedal, and then you have that leg's the down leg, so that pedal's all the way down. On that side with the heel on the pedal, the knee should be completely straight. If you find that in that position, your hips really having to reach down, your saddle's probably a little bit too high, bring that saddle down so that your knee is straight. And if you're in that position and you have a lot of bend in your knee, bring that saddle up. And that will allow it so that when you clip back in the toes in the pedal, that will allow you to have about a 20 to 30 degree bend in your knee, which is the ideal position for the knee to be in at the bottom of the pedal stroke. Chronically, people's seats are a bit too low, so usually you got to bring that saddle up a little bit, and it may feel a little bit high, but again, that's a good rough way to get that correct knee angle. Too low of a saddle, again, is a big reason why people will fall into that rounded back posture, and it's a big stressor for the knee. And when that saddle's a bit too low, you'll find clients have a lot of knee troubles, and a lot of time it correlates with a low saddle position. A lot of common injuries I see with cyclists, there's a lot of back pain related injuries, and it makes sense, especially if you're in that rounded posture. All those muscles are getting stretched across your back, and you're getting a lot of the disc between the vertebrae are getting compressed in the front, and that can lead to, over time, herniations where that disc pushes back into those nerve spaces. So back issues are a big one. Neck troubles as well, same thing. Rounded back posture, it doesn't allow you the freedom through the cervical spine to really look up at the road. You see a lot of hands and feet numbness that people have. That's another biggie. See a lot of knee pain, and again, that has to do not only with the fit of the bike, but also the way the cyclist is pedaling, so kind of the mechanics of pedaling. They may be pushing too much, and the knee may be diving inwards toward the top tube. So again, there's a lot of adjustability and a lot of education on what is the most efficient way to sit on the bike and to pedal the bike.